Welcome students, I am your assistant teacher Sarpreet. Today we are going to start with our geography chapter 1 resource and development. In this chapter we will cover the following topics: definition of resource, types of resources, development of resources, sustainable development, Earth Summit and Agenda 21, needs of conservation of resources and methods of conservation of resources. Let us start with the definition of resource. What is resource? Anything that is available in our environment and we are using it to satisfy our need is called a resource. It should be technological accessible and economical feasible and cultural acceptable. That is called resource. Now types of resources. It can be classified on the basis of origin, that is your biotic and abiotic, on the basis of exhaustibility, renewable and non-renewable, on the basis of ownership, individual, community, national and international, and then on the basis of status of development, potential, developed stocks and reserves. Let us start with our first classification on the basis of origin. Biotic resources and abiotic resources. Biotic resources means all the living things, that is your flora and fauna, and abiotic means your non-living thing, that is your rock, metal, mountain, all these things come into a non-living things. Now come to the next classification, that is on the basis of exhaustibility, renewable and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources that can be renewed or reproduced by physical or chemical mechanical processes, that is your solar and wind energy, and it can renewed very easily. And non-renewable resources that occur over a very long geological time, that take thousands and millions of years to uh, take thousands and millions of years in their formation, that is called your non-renewable resources. Now come to the next classification on the basis of ownership. Individual resources that are owned by an individual. Next is community owned resources that are owned by a community, that is accessible to the all the members of the community. Example is your public parks, then public sports, playgrounds and all. Next is your national resources. Technical, all the resources which are available in a country is are national resources, but legally very few, we can say the private properties evenly they are in the hands of national resources. Now international resources. International resources means that resources that are owned by internationally, that is your EEZ. What is EEZ? That is your exclusive economic zone. It means in the ocean, in any water body, we can say ocean, beyond the ocean 200 kilometer of the EEZ belong to the international resource. It means no any other country can utilize the resource from this area. Then now come to the next classification, that is on the basis of status of development. Potential resource. What is a potential resource? That resource which are found in an area but we have not till utilized. Example is Rajasthan and Gujarat have enough potential to produce solar energy, but due to cloudiness, sky and more temperature, we are not utilizing it yet. Then developed resources. When resources are found and they are surveyed and we know the quality and its quantity, so it is called the developed resources. Technology and capital help in the development of resources. You know, capital and technology play a very important role. Then stock resources that are found in our environment and we can use it to satisfy our need, but we are not using it because we not have the appropriate technology to use it. Example, water has a hydrogen and it is a good source of energy, but due to the appropriate technology we don't have, we are not using it as a fuel. Now next is your reserve resources. Reserves are those part of stock which can be utilized using existing technology, but these are not being used, they are left for future. We have the technology for to use them, but we are just keeping them for the future, that is your reserve resources. Now after the development of resources, what are the development of resource? So resources are vital for human survival as well as for maintaining the quality of life. It was believed that resources are free gift of nature. Because they are free, that human are using it indiscriminately. So Due to this misuse of the resources, there are major problems. What are the problems? These are depletion of resources for satisfying the greed of few individuals. Then accumulation of resources in few hands. Our society is divided into two parts, that are rich one and the poor one. The resources are limited to the few hands. Example is, if we are coming to the petroleum, so it is just limited to few hands. It is not in the head of ownership of the petroleum resources are in a few hands. Next is indiscrimination exploitation of resources has led to the global ecological crisis such as global warming, ozone layer, because we are using the resources, uh, we are misusing the resources. That's why it create a pollution which led to the global warming and ozone layer depletion. So next is sustainable development. What is sustainable development? Development that without the damaging environment, and we are just keeping the resources for the future as well. That is called a sustainable development. Development without damaging the environment and is called sustainable development. This development meets the demand of present generation as well as future generation. Earth Summit and Agenda 21. What is the Earth Summit and Agenda 21? It is a international conference on topic on it is an international conference on environment. It was held in Brazil, Rio de Janeiro in 1992. In this conference, the leader of the world discussed about the sustainable development, and they have adopted 21 points which is called the Agenda 21. So the sustainable development is taking a place without damaging the future generation. So we are using the resources at present, and we have to keep the resources for the future as well. And this was the topic in the Agenda 21 in Earth Summit, the conference that was held on environment in Brazil in 1992. Now, next is need of conservation of resources. This is a Mahatma Gandhi, the father of the nation, who said there is enough for everyone need, but not for anyone's needs. In the nature, we have so many things that are enough for everyone's need, but if we come to the grid, it is not enough for anybody's grid. So, how we can conserve the resources? So there are few reasons that why we should conserve the resources, because the resources are not found everywhere. They are unevenly distributed. Few states are rich in other resources and other are rich in other resources. So these are not evenly distributed. They are not found everywhere. So this is the one of the reason that we should conserve the resources. Second is, resources are limited. They are non-renewable. They take a millions of years for their formation. They are very limited in their nature. So resources should be conserved for reducing all kind of pollution, because we are misusing the resources which led to the global warming, pollution. These are all the result of misusing the resources. So this is one of the reasons that we should conserve the resources to control the pollutions and all other ecological problems. Resources are also conserved for sustainable development. You know what is a sustainable development? The development should take place without damaging the future, and we should keep the resources for the future as well. So if we at the present, if we use it very sensibly, then only we are able to keep the resources. We can see to save the resources for the future. Resources is needed to protect natural heritage. So natural heritage, we have the flora, fauna, so many animals. If we conserve the resources at present, then only we are able to protect the natural heritage. Then methods of conservation of resources. What are the method to conserve the resources? First of all, wastage, misuse, and overuse should be avoided. We should not wastage, we should not misuse, we should not overuse the resources. Then we should use renewable resources that can be renewed very easily. So solar energy, wind energy, that are renewed very easily. We should use more and more renewable resources. Older technology should be replaced with newer, modern, and efficient technology. So we should use the modern technology. Then awareness should be created among the people. More and more people should be aware about the methods of conservation of resources and why we should conserve the resources. This awareness should be created among the people, and government should be strict about the establishment of laws and the locations of industries. Used items should be recycled using new technology. So this was a topic from chapter 1. In the next video we will start with the next topic of the same chapter. Thank you.